So I wanted to quickly give you some tips on how to maintain our fat loss, because I found that I'm finding that a lot of people are either doing diets, a lot of people are either doing juice cleanses, and a lot of people are, in my opinion, really don't trust themselves in terms of what to eat, how to eat, or even jumping on any newest fads that are sort of coming out in the market. But I really want you to sort of begin to understand this. There's three things that you need in your food. You're gonna need your protein, you're gonna need some fat, you're gonna need some fiber. Now, if you do need some carbs, and this is for you who's looking to lose weight, if you do need some carbs, I'd want you to eat your carbs right after your workout, and you want to sort of measure that. That's number one. Number two, I want you guys to begin to trace and to begin to track the foods that you're eating, what they're doing to your body. For instance, if you have your breakfast in the morning, and let's assume you have, let's say, eggs and spinach, but you find that you're getting hungry after maybe about 2-3 hours, I want you to sort of begin to look at the macros that I've talked about. So you've had your protein, you've had your fiber from the spinach. So I want you to then look at, okay, what food group is missing. So if it's your fat, the next day I want you to sort of have your eggs, have your fiber, and then add some fat to that meal. Then I want you to listen to when you're gonna get hungry. Ideally, what we want you to do is, I'd love for you to sort of stretch the hours that you're getting hungry. If you can stay for at least 4 or 5 hours before you eat your next meal, that ideally is going to help balance out your blood sugars, and that's going to be brought about by eating your protein, making sure you have your greens, always have those greens, and making sure that you have some fat in there. Then I also want you guys to add some fiber coming from either chia seeds or flax seeds. Again, because what these do is they help keep you satiated for a long period of time, so you're not getting hungry quickly. Now, if you're one of those people that does juice cleanses, I really want you to understand this. Basically, what happens is when you do have a lot of fruit, or when you have only juice only cleanse, you do not have the fiber. And when you don't have fiber, you're not able to detoxify your colon where all that gunk is kind of held off. So that's number one, and we really want things moving. Number two, you tend to raise your insulin levels on the higher side, or it spikes up your insulin. And then fruits have what is known as fructose. And fructose is generally digested in the liver, or it's broken down in the liver. Now, if it's not broken enough, or if all of it is not broken enough in the liver, it ends up being stored as fat. So that's why a lot of people who tend to go on these juice cleanses, yes, they do lose some weight, they lose some fat, but they also lose muscle. And then once they're done with that cleanse, what happens is you go back to eating your regular foods, and then you end up gaining all that weight. So ideally, I'm trying to sort of help you not yo-yo, go on to some juice cleanses, go on to some sort of diets. Ideally, I want you to begin to eat real foods, begin to understand how your body reacts to them. And when you stop going on these diets, this is key and this is vital. You do not want to lose your lean muscle mass. Anytime you have at least about half a kilo or about a pound of lean muscle mass, it helps burn about 50 calories per day. But if you do lose that lean muscle mass, you're not gonna be able to burn any fat throughout the day. And anytime you go on diets, like I've said, you actually compromise on your fat loss. Okay, so it's important that you don't lose your lean muscle mass. If anything, you want to maintain your lean muscle mass, because the more lean muscle mass that you have on your frame, the more you're going to be able to tap onto fat loss. So my tip or my takeaway for today, make sure in your foods you have your protein coming from either eggs, animal protein. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you can eat a lot of beans, legumes. Nuts also have some protein, but they are more fat. But if you're vegetarian, that can kind of add up. Make sure you have your greens coming from spinach, skuma, terere, traditional vegetables, salads, and you want a lot of that every meal. Make sure you have some fat, either from coconut oil, olive oil, your nut butters, almond butter, cashew butter, peanut butter. Add those into your meals. Make sure you have your fiber also from chia seeds, from flaxseed, hemp seeds also. So that's a takeaway. And as much as possible, try to focus on real foods. Follow my stories. I try to post a lot of my pictures on the foods that I'm eating. So follow my stories every day and kind of pick up all these different ideas. And if you have any questions, always reach out to me, Roseanne at Treasure Fitness, or just DM me here on Instagram or on YouTube, Treasure Fitness. And you guys, I respond to every single email that comes out. All right, let me know how you're doing. Send me your progress.